Alright, in this video we are going to be getting our character set up. This is just so we want to have it somewhat standardized. Basically, we're going to get a character with a shield to the beginning of Margit's fight. So specifically, we're going to run over, get Torrent, then run down to the Church of Pilgrimage to grab the Gilded Iron Shield, and then we're going to run back. All right, so let's just create this real quick. So I go over here, open up the Elden Ring. I do have it online turned off because interacting with an AI, I don't want to get banned or anything. So we're going to make a new game. For those of you not familiar with what Elden Ring is, it's the sequel to Bloodborne, in which John Elden Ring escapes from present-day London, and now in Elden Ring, he returns with the goal of killing the royal family. So we create our John Elden Ring character. This doesn't really matter. This is just the type we just standardize this. We're not going to change anything here because we don't want to change too much about the appearance, so it messes up what the AI is seeing. This probably isn't a big deal, but we'll do this here. This doesn't really matter what we choose here. I'll just do the medallion that increases HP. This is all good, and then we will get into the game. All right, so now that we're loading in, this is going to be, if you want to sort of like use the character, this is what's going to be the
fallen leaves,
the basic startup that you need. It might work with more complex builds, but I'm just sort of wanted to get this standardized. I could skip this cutscene as well, but I kind of like looking at it, so.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across
yeah, you can just skip ahead if you're watching this like 1 minute, because I like watching this cutscene, so I'll watch it.
Now, Queen Margit the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
All right, now with that cutscene finished, there is one thing I should remember to say is that this is all played and going to be recorded on mouse and keyboard, or more specifically, keyboard only. Getting mouse movements is kind of tricky and ultimately unnecessary for our current goal. You can just lock on and then it doesn't really matter. I don't know how to interact with controllers, and I didn't play the game on controllers, so it's easier. Like, we have stuff working with keyboard, so we might as well just keep it that way. In theory, it doesn't actually matter what you choose. You just have to, I guess you would have to write the code to map it from your chosen input device to the target standardized, right? Because the neural network just sees numbers, so it doesn't actually matter what you choose as your input device or output device. You just have to convert it to a standardized format. So now with the intro cutscene done, we can actually go into the game. So we have our game, and so the first thing we have to do is go die to the tutorial boss. So we can head over here and go over here and then head to the boss arena, the grafted scion boss, and we'll just die to this. Even if you beat it, you still have to die to get to the next area. It's a nice statue of Queen America. I haven't played the game in a while, so I can't even dodge roll anything, but it doesn't matter because I'm supposed to die. So now that we have died, we will rise into tutorial area, which I will of course skip. Although I am impressed I couldn't dodge any of this. My computer was lagging a little, recording all of this stuff, but yeah, so now we're going to get into the intro area. We're going to see Melina and Torrent come up and say we're special, and then we're going to leave this place to get into Limgrave, run straight to the first grace in that church by the Santa Trader, run to the second gate front one, get the horse Torrent, and then ride down to get the shield, run back up to the castle, and then that's where we'll stop and get into the next part of things. It's good to have this sort of set up there. I actually don't know if that's Torrent. I think it is, but I'm not like a lore expert or anything.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
It's kind of bold to jump down into water wearing a cloak. I feel like that would not be a pleasant experience.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Also, not really sure about the lore of Melina. Like, why does she want
Even if it does violate
destroy?
the golden
Said something about her mother in one of the later dialogues. Not really sure what her lore is, but I guess that's because there is no story to these games. So yeah, now that we have awoken in our little watery cave, we can go and begin the real game. Right. Let's get up. Come on. I originally upgraded a few things like the club and the potion, but I'm not going to do it for now. We can talk about, the need for upgrades later. So first thing we're going to do, we don't need that. We can run up to this door, get out of here. Go up here. Rest of this grace, because why not? The other thing I should note that we can do right here is switch out the flasks. So we have 4 instead of, because we do not need Do not need mana flasks for this. Grab this. Go up here. Okay, go out here. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm just getting used to it. I don't play on the default controls. Alright, so we need to arrest the disgrace, go up to the church. We can talk to this guy or not. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's gonna tell us that we are maidenless and we need to find the... Go follow the grace. Which leads us to Stormvale Castle. And then we would have to kill Godric after killing Margit. Right. Now we can run over to this church, avoiding the tree sentinel, which we cannot fight right now. Kill this little thing on our way, I guess. Not a lot of reason to do that, but 5 runes is 5 runes. So we can go up here. And grab our smithing stone, rest of disgrace. We don't actually need to rest, I should say, just discover it. Go over, we can talk to this guy. We have no money to purchase anything, but we don't actually need to talk to him. I don't know why I was doing that. Now we just head over to the Gatefront ruins, or whatever that place is called. Let's see. This is default controls, so I might mess this up, but. Alright, well, I did kill him successfully. No, once again, there's no real reason to do this. You should just run past, but... Been a while since I actually did play Elden Ring, so I'm sort of just getting back used to it. Oh, I didn't know there was a Stake of America here. Yeah, so we just run past all these guys. Over to this place, talk to Melina. Get the Accord. Then ride down. Alright, so now we have reached this place. We do actually want to rest at this one, so Melina will talk to us. We can skip this cutscene because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so... Yes. Yes, we will take her to the air tree, and she gives us a bunch of benefits. Okay. Now we can leave. We can use torrent. If I go over to our inventory, we can actually, go to equipment. We can put torrent over here, which will make it easier for me to get on him. Then we can ride on down. Hopefully not die to the Knight's Cavalry on the bridge up here. I'm just resting at sites of grace along the way, just in case something happens. I don't want to die and then have to remake the trip. It's Bach talking to us. Doesn't really matter to do that quest line right now, at least. I don't know how many of you gave him the larval tear, but I did that, and that was pretty pretty sad when he died. And I looked up how the ending was supposed to go, and you're supposed to have the little charm that says something to him, like classic FromSoft quest design right there, or lack thereof. Yeah, so we just need to run down to you Weeping Peninsula, or whatever the area is called over here. Oh, I should have picked up the map. That was my mistake. Just keep going this way. Don't want to fight these guys, just keep running. Go down over here. The first time I was doing this, I died at this bridge, which was very sad, because I did not rest. The grace is all the way back there, so it's not a fun time if you die at the site of grace. But there is a stake there, I guess, so. Alright, I did get hit with one bolt, but I did not die. Can rest down here. Okay, now we can go over this way. And we just need to go up and around. We can talk to her later. She'll die no matter what, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, if we talk to her. Run down this way. Avoid the dogs, which are super annoying. And these little misbegottens, or whatever they're called. Just picking up random stuff on the way. You don't need to. I'm just force of habit clicking it. Then we need to run up this way. To the church that is over here. The church right here that we're going to. So we need to go up this hill. Yes, keep following this path. Avoid that person. Keep running this way. I should check a potion so I don't die. It'd be very sad if I died now. And you can see the church that we're going to up in the distance. I said the name at the beginning of this video. I'm blanking on what it is right now, though. So we go up here. There should be a site of grace up here, and then we'll grab the shield just outside of it. That's not what I meant to do. Grab this site of grace. Might as well get the little rune thing while we're here. We can grab this. I may or may not choose to use it. I'm not using the sacred tier currently. And then I believe this is the shield. Yes. So now we want to fast travel back to the gate front. Now that we have the shield equipped. This is sort of optional, I guess. I'm thinking about whether or not to use the shield. But I am using it for now. Then we want to run in here and grab the map. And we want to run straight up here. Get to the next site of grace. Run into the castle. There'll be another site of grace there. Avoid the giant that will jump down on us. Alright, just keep running. Avoid all these people. It's a little light there. There's another thing we can grab here that gives us another flask, but once again, I'm not using it. It's a debate perhaps for later, maybe different boss that's harder, we can think about using it then. Rest up here. There's the lady over there you can talk to, but it's not as important. And this is where we're heading right here. We want to go straight up this way and over. There's once again a ballista or whatever it's called that we want to avoid. Not avoid it, but we should be fine. Can't write torrents in here. Go rest at this site of grace. All right, and then oh, I didn't even notice. I don't think I ever talked to Melon here.
This tiny, this light, but now you can see the rays.
Yeah, so now what we would do is, if we were going to fight the boss, go in here and fight Margit. So I'll just walk in here to trigger the fight. And then this, yeah, so this is where we're going to end. Once we die to Margit, the boss screen appears, and then this is sort of all that's set up for our current plan in terms of upgrades and materials and stuff. Obviously, beating the game with a completely unupgraded character is possible. Beating the game with a completely unupgraded club is probably possible, but the famous like YouTuber who does like all the no-hit runs and whatever does upgrade his club. So if he can't do it, then I don't know if it's possible. So maybe we'll need to upgrade things later, but that's very far from current, trajectories. So we'll fight this guy. And so this is okay. You can see that I just died to him immediately. Then we'll respawn at the site of grace, and then that's sort of the end of this. This is just everything you need to get set up in the sort of current trajectory. So I will end it there.